In a book filled with stories that span millennia, few characters stir as much mystery and debate as this man, known from merely 3 biblical passages. The book of Genesis chapter 10 verses 9 and 10 introduces us to this enigmatic figure described as a mighty hunter before the Lord. His kingdom's beginnings were in Babel, Erech, Accad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. However, the term hunter has sparked extensive interpretation. Did Moses intend to imply he was merely an animal hunter? Or does the meaning hint at something far more sinister, suggesting this man hunted not just for sustenance, but to demonstrate his dominion over others, employing unprecedented violence to kill both animals and people who stood in his way, as suggested by Flavius Josephus, a first-century Jewish writer? Thus arises the greatest question that has puzzled Jews and biblical scholars for centuries. Was he the architect of the Tower of Babel? Was this the man who dared to build a monument so grand it challenged God himself? Today, we delve into the story of Nimrod, one of the most mysterious characters in the Holy Bible. After the flood, the earth began to be repopulated by Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives. They disembarked from the ark onto Mount Ararat, marking a new era for humanity. Noah became a farmer, cultivating vines, while his sons spread across the world, each forging their own destiny. Japheth and his family migrated to what is now known as Iran, continuing their journey to Turkey and Italy, becoming ancestors of the Indo-European peoples. The descendants of Shem stayed in Asia, giving rise to the Semites, ancestors of Arabs, Jews, and other groups in the region. However, our story today focuses on the Hamites, led by Ham, who migrated to Africa. Ham, the son of Noah, who mocked his father's naked drunkenness, incurred a curse on his descendants. There's much debate around this incident. Did Ham merely see and mock his father, or did he commit a more horrifying act to warrant the curse? Among the descendants of Ham emerges a towering figure, Nimrod, the son of Cush, grandson of Ham, and great-grandson of Noah. The book of Genesis describes Nimrod as a mighty hunter, notable not just for his physical prowess, but also for his boundless ambition. He established the first kingdom after the flood, including the city of Babel, under his rule. Archaeological evidence and texts by Flavius Josephus, a first-century Jewish Roman historian, describe Nimrod as a man who reveled in violence. Initially, he sought to dominate nature brutally, hunting and killing animals to assert his dominion. Over the years, supposedly rebelling against God for wiping out many of his ancestors for their sins, he turned his aggression towards dominating the people in his city to build an empire with many subjects to challenge God. Under his reign, Nimrod not only enforced his rule through force, but also began constructing an empire, raising cities like Babel, which would later become the heart of the Babylonian Empire. At the heart of his empire, Nimrod ordered the construction of a monumental structure, the Tower of Babel. Unlike modern towers, these were ziggurats, a type of Sumerian temple with multiple stories built from stone or bricks, astonishing contemporary builders with their ability to construct such monuments with primitive tools. These structures were not just architectural marvels, but served as temples, where commoners could bring offerings to priests, although they were only allowed on the first floor, unworthy of communing with the gods. Only priests could enter the top of the tower with the offerings, so the gods would remain appeased and not send another flood. According to some biblical scholars, a widely accepted theory is that years before the Sumerians, Nimrod had built the first ziggurat. Josephus writes that in a world still haunted by the trauma of the flood, men continued to disobey God, believing their wealth and intelligence were the results of their own efforts, without needing God. Nimrod, the great-grandson of Noah, convinced everyone to disregard God, Ambitious and desiring to be emperor, he convinced people that all good things happened because of their own strength, not because of God. Nimrod wanted to be the leader of all and, to show he could protect them even from God, would build a massive tower. He claimed that if God sent another flood, the tower would be so high that the water could not reach the top, saving everyone from God's wrath. Moreover, he wanted to build this tower to avenge those who perished in the previous flood. Nimrod constructed the tower as a symbol of defiance against God. His audacity was such that he used bitumen to protect his construction against future floods. You might wonder why he used bitumen, which is an excellent waterproofing material, preventing water infiltration. His act of rebellion was so bold that it angered God, who, having promised not to end the world again with a flood, decided instead to confound human languages, causing them not to understand each other, thus scattering them across the world and thwarting Nimrod's project. Despite his power and influence, Nimrod's story ends in mystery. A defender of pagan gods and polytheistic religion, he supported the construction of temples in honor of these deities. Rumors suggest Nimrod met his end at the hands of those wishing to free themselves from his tyranny, although details of his death remain scarce and shrouded in legend. The Bible presents Nimrod neutrally, highlighting his bravery and power without judging his moral character. This leaves us with an enigma. Was Nimrod an ancient hero, a visionary who united humanity under a single purpose, or a tyrant who defied the divine in pursuit of personal glory? Nimrod's story, with its layers of myth and reality, reflects the complexities of human nature, our capacity for greatness, and our propensity for pride and rebellion. He embodies the eternal struggle between human power and divine authority, between the ambition to reach the heavens and the fate of remaining rooted to the earth. In the end, what do we know about Nimrod? Information is scarce, and much of what we recount today derives from later interpretations and traditions. Yet, his enigmatic figure remains one of the most mysterious characters in the Bible, a mirror of humanity's deepest aspirations and fears.